Water is very important, and it's life to Tamayama, it's life to people. When I grew up here, I remember the water off the banks of the river. Today, you don't see any water. I mean, it's smaller than a ditch. We've been in severe drought for a little over 10 years now. The SAYH2O program, the hydrology, asked if we could help out teaching in the language. We teach our children about the environment, the hydrological cycle. I teach them all the terms in the native language, how important hydrology is and how we sustain from all of that. But now my future lies in their hands. If my language is going to survive, then they need to start to begin to speak it. It's going to be their fight.
This program is really hands-on learning more than just sitting in a classroom and reading books about it. It's really fun to see it in person.
Let's go, Raptors!
Screen locked. I've been on 3 or 4 trips with the SAYH2O program. We get to explore different parts of the environment, the nature, and animals. It does help us find our identity as a Santa Ana Pueblo because this is where our first settlement was. It really helps us enjoy the nature and beauty around us and also helps us to learn and to care about our environment. I first met Tammy when I was in 5th grade for the SAYH2O program.
Who's gonna even attempt to swim?
Me. I really enjoyed how she treats us and how well she interacts with us.
Can I split on Lincoln's head?
And teaches us about wildlife and the water system.
So the SAYH2O mission is to educate the Pueblo's youth about environmental issues, concerns, and just having them have the knowledge of what's going on in their surroundings. We've been doing the summer program basically since the department has been established, probably around 2000. 2007, the Pueblo, their focus was to revitalize the language. Our little portion of the summer program, we wanted to adopt that to help support that effort. Our work is just a connection to earth and to the traditional ways.
Everything that we can possibly think of has a Keres word for it, and that's incorporated into the H2O program. When we're singing our feast songs, we talk about the rain, we talk about planting, we talk about how the water flows. There's traditional things that go on where you need to go back to the river, where you need to go get in the water, right? Now you're starting to live it and feel it when it becomes more personal, when you understand what the word really means in our language. It's an education process that will never end for us. And I think that's very important for everybody to understand, is that life continues by education. And with that, we become more knowledgeable, more wiser, and more powerful with what we do. Right here is a prime example of having a nursery, and they pre-plant our plants before we grow.
Why do you think DNR teaches you how to plant?
Not for just eating, but traditional uses.
It gives us a kickstart with chili and corn and tomatoes and all the things that we like to consume. It's a circle of life, and in a way that we're using everything that's modern now to help us continue life going forward.
When we're seeding it, what's the next most important thing to do?
Water.
Water. So what happens if we don't water it?
They die.
Yeah.
Packing the soil. Make sure to fill it all the way to the top.
It got me more into like the wildlife and just being more outdoors. You learn about taking care of the land, and then you also gather information about different wildlife animals. And then you go and you do presentations and you teach other kids.
So today we'll be planting some plants and making water pots.
I feel like it's very calming just to be able to like focus on what you're doing, and just makes you happy to make that, because you're not only doing it for yourself or like maybe making it for like family members.
The first time I ever went rafting, we were all in the same boat, and we ended up just like pushing each other. And they would just let us go in because I think they were just like letting us have as much fun as we could. The difference from a pool is that you can actually be outside and see like the nature stuff, which is what they're trying to teach us. And rather than not getting an experience from it,
Being able to teach the kids how important it is to take care of the water, and like it's not only us that use it, but it's the wildlife that use it, and like they could get sick, and it takes care of the people.
Swim time! Swim time, whoever's brave enough. Watch out for the alligator. Did you guys get used to it?
I feel numb though.
I think it's just crazy to see the kids that do come in from like the start of the program. They're like really quiet, and then towards the end they just come out of their shell and they're talking to everybody, and they love just being outside and learning things. I feel like we're all one at one point, and a lot of different tribes, we've all like learned different things from each other. It's just nice to see how like we all kind of are similar in that way.
So I've seen kids who are now adults, who are now parents, go through this program. And one of the things that I've always seen towards the end of the program is the good bond and connection they make with the other kids. Now they're my brother, they're my sister. I hear them talking like that, and I hear their voice change and them open up, and now they feel comfortable. When we're together as a whole, we become one. And I think that if the kids can continue that, remembering who we are and how we become one, it's gonna carry them for a long, long time, because they know that I have you to support me and I'll support you.
They are the future Pueblo leaders, and they could hopefully get into this field, or some of them will be on the council or future governors. Whatever they turn out to be, they have that knowledge in the back of their head. We only have them for a little bit of time when they're young, and that's the time to broaden their knowledge of what's going on. Everybody is important. Everybody has a role. We're here for the community. That's who we work for.